10, I think, for NIP.
Okay, I'm gonna call that it's gonna be 16 to 13 in favor of Dignitas. Even if it's not the most obvious choice, I'm gonna go for it because I like the Danes. And it seems like we're ready here with the first game, and it's gonna be Inferno. And it's just gonna be interesting to see who's gonna win this knife round. I don't know if you have anything to say in this knife round because they are always kind of weird.
Well, what was going on with your banter yesterday with Stuart with Tosspot? I mean, that was next level.
It was very next level. I don't know. I don't know what happened in that one.
I remember my face was red afterwards from face palming so much.
Nonetheless, Fetish is coming in with the backstab from second mid in this knife round, and that means that Dignitas are quite heavily favored in the situation. Sipnix is still having 100 HP, and that means that he's safely going to pick down Sist. So 4 people surviving from Dignitas, and pretty easy peasy knife round here. So they're going to swap and start a CT, and we saw them on the CT side yesterday against Wizards in the game that we casted together. And
Yes, we did.
what's your thoughts about the CT side? You think anything special?
Of Dignitas' CT side.
Yeah.
They just played it incredibly standard. Actually, when we saw them against Wizards, they had a very good sense for when to push advantage, and also they were never shy about trying to take map control or trying to pressure for map control. And we saw that a lot on Banana. I remember that they weren't so keen on going for apartment control as much, but Banana, they were very strong there.
Exactly. And you see so many grenades and Dignitas, so they have something in mind for this kind of anti of what NIP is going to do. And it seems like NIP is slowly walking up towards this middle area. Very aggressive here in this round and not taking any... They're just very pushing up, and one guy's going to catch quad here. The Flareon is going to get the entry, and they're now looking for more. Device is going to be down in the pit here. Also going to be taken down. A great start by NIP.
And just flooding into the site, and slowly but surely they're taking down all the players of Dignitas. Only 2 remain, of course, B players who will get handled with ease by Fiffler. And very, very nice cleanup at the end there by Fiffler. And that's a 1-0. That was just a very simple, we're just going to A, just splitting court, splitting on apartments.
We were like talking about how Dignitas were playing the CT side. I was looking at the minimap, and I just saw that they were already all of the way in the middle. And one guy was alone quad, gonna get caught, and then the next guy around the pit area was gonna get caught. So the grenades didn't even get to be used by Dignitas because they simply got kind of surprised in this situation.
And so, of course, we have the anti-eco and not really anticipating anything special here. Really, we just want to see NIP, for NIP's sake, lose no weapons at all and just maintain the most optimal situation when it comes to their economy. And you can see that they're just playing across the width of the map, just playing it slow and playing for trades. And it's just pretty simple from them. So Dupree does spot one player there, falls back, and it gets a little bit of information. But we can see it's a really nice way to do things, to slowly push them back. And Dignitas are slowly going down. Fedish going to fall over at the B bomb site, and just playing. So this is NIP. They are not going to give them. They're not going to get cocky. They're not going to give them anything. And here it is, Dupree throwing a few bullets over at Fifferin's way, and Fifferin might get caught. And no help at all. That's really terrible. And they could even get that gun. So this could be problems actually for NIP now as they decide to commit towards B, and they're going in. Get right though for apartments and flanking onto that A bomb site. Things are going well for NIP, and it's just Nico who stands with the pistol. And I don't think there's much he's going to get done. Does manage to take down Freiburg, but Forrest is coming in for the vengeance. And can he get it? No problem at all. So 2-0, very simple stuff. And NIP only lost 2 weapons there.
But just being low on health, like, it could have like easily become a much more difficult round than it should have been from NIP. Like, you saw the trade from Fetish towards Sist in the banana area when Sist was opening up the map, and Sist was just instantly running back. And then it was that Fiffler was gonna get caught in the middle, and then they just decided to go straight for B because they knew that they were gonna be 4 against 1, and that's never a bad deal when you have weapons. So they were just like, yeah, we'll lose a weapon, but doesn't matter, let's just move on and win this round safely, and so they did.
Again, NIP trying to take control of apartments, and take control they won't just yet. Get Right gets gunned down by the auto pistol. Forrest with the trade, and they are making good here, but still not a nice beginning to the round for NIP. And pretty nice from Dignitas side. They have Forrest and Freiburg also very low. So this is one of those rounds that could actually explode because NIP haven't really gained ground here. And we still have apartments occupied by Dignitas. What will Dupree get done here? Absolutely nothing as Freiburg guns him down. And it's just Nico and Zipnix remaining. And still they have a chance.
They have a chance, yeah, but it's going to be very, very small because they're split up on a bomb site each, and that means one guy's going to take down 4, and you can see Nico is going to get gunned down here, and now it's all up to Sibnix, who's going to walk into the crosshair assist, and that is going to give them a 3-0 lead. And now comes the first weapon round, and one of the things that we saw Dignitas doing a lot yesterday was doing the deep banana control, so it's going to be very interesting to see if they're going to try and initiate that from the beginning. You can see that Fetish is even buying a FAMAS, and the reason that he's doing this is because he needs to have money for the Molotov. So maybe we're going to see something special with that, like Molotoving the tree at banana. It's not unusual.
Yeah, it'd be very good to see an aggressive start. We've seen that before from them yesterday. NIP, they are going to be taking things relatively slowly again, just playing for that standard kind of game plan. Let's take a look at the map control. Let's get the information and see what we can do from there. Forest actually pushing into Boiler already, and would expect Bifferen to pop flash him or something before he takes a peek out here to remove Nico from that position. And in fact, there goes the flash, removing Nico from Arch, and Forest charges through the corner. Bifferen will go down, but Forest is there for the trade. Look at all this ground they've gained. Forest is moving like lightning right now, so fast into CT spawn. And Dignitas do not know what hit them, but still, Device coming in with 2, stopping the rot there over on middle. And this is a key play there. And it's a 2 versus 3 now.
Yeah, it's very difficult for NIP, but they're opening up with a nice grenade from Forest. He just made himself a hat-trick. And now it's left on to Dupree and Sibnix, who's on a bump side each. And they're just going to play 1-on-1. And that is not a totally bad decision, because NIP don't know the exact positions of the players. But Sibnix is being exposed here. And it seems that NIP is slowly moving towards Dupree here, who's going to get a nice headshot onto Freiburg. And now it's all up to Forest. Is he going to make the ace in this first weapon round? That is going to be the question.
He has every chance to do it. He's got 20 seconds left on the clock, and Dupree... Oh no! Dupree gets caught in the side of the head by Forest, who makes that 4 now. Forest is coming out huge in this round so far, and he just has one more player to deal with to make this happen. But there's 10 seconds. He has no choice but to plant. And here he goes, dropping that bomb on the site. And crouching, carefully checking every corner, but he's looking the wrong way. Zipnix is coming up from behind, and Zipnix will take down Forest. And Forest did so much work, but he couldn't quite do it just at the end there. And Zipnix, of course, going to grab that AWP. Very smart decision before defusing the bomb. And Dignitas, that was really a very hairy round. I mean, Forest straight up into CT spawn.
Yeah, that gained them so much map control. They 1-for-1 trade there. Fiflaren dying, but Forest taking down Nico was very good from NIP. Then they had a very good ground in Arch, but I didn't even catch all the action, but it just seemed that it ended up being a 2-on-2 situation, which is never anything bad as a terrorist. And what we can expect from that round is that NIP should win it, and Forest going huge with 4 massive kills, but unfortunately not able to take down Sibnix in the very end.
And Fetish here, just over at Banana. And again, we're seeing NIP taking it easy, and Dignitas giving them a lot of respect. And GetRight going to go down again to Device over there in the apartments. Bifferen tries to do some work, but Dupree stops him. And Device now, he's got one more player in the apartments. Can he get the headshot? No, Forest will take him out. And it is a 3-on-4. So that's a great situation for Dignitas, because not only do they have those 2 kills, they've got a lot of info of how to set up against this. And Forest is going to try to go. I mean, he's up to his usual hijinks here over on Arch. Let's see if Dignitas can withstand this. I like Nico's position.
Yeah, it's like very passive and clever, and he's going to be able to help Dupree out if anything is going to happen around the quad area. But so far they're looking for an entry towards Arch, where they're going to meet up with Nico, if they're going to push far enough. Nico actually falling all the way back to either graveyard. And let's see if Fetish is going to have the first contact in Arch, unless Freiburg is going to smoke him off.
Fetish is in a really good position here. He even has a grenade as well. That's be very useful, but he can't fall. He's got to keep this position locked down, and Exist is going to take him out. Nico, though, does drop a player towards quad, and Exist with the trade onto Nico. It's a 1 versus 2. Exist cannot do it. And Dignitas will go 2-3 on the scoreboard. And that is very good for them to just bring back the momentum so quickly. And in a position where they would be so horribly, just in a horrible economic standpoint if they lost any more rounds there off that first buy. So it's nice for them to swing it back.
One of the things you could just small talk about there is that Dupree was behind this box that he's entering right now. And in this situation, a lot of players would think that they would need to hide, because it's a 2-on-1. You're leading a man, so you should play passive. but Dupree was only having 8 HP. So what he did in this situation was he went for a headshot peek, where the opponent could only see his head, and he could only see the opponent's head, which means that it doesn't matter how many HP he has. So actually he's making good use of the HP that he has, and finish with the entry in this weapon around here.
Yeah, that's going to shut them out of B for now, and the smoke does go down. Exist, I don't think he's quite brave enough to try to move through that smoke, so that's going to be another 15-20 seconds before they can even take a peek of what's going on there on those angles. And so Dignitas, they are killing time a lot, and by taking out Freiburg, NIP, they can't really afford to risk any other players' lives for information or for position. They've got to do something together, and they've got to do it now. And that's exactly what's happening. Here we see the grenades tossed over, smoking off pit, smoking off arch, flashes over into the A bomb site, and NIP, they charge in. Dupree's there on the site. He's got great support over on the balcony there. What can he get done? He's going to take down Get Right, but Fiflerin is helping them to move further into the site. Device will fall as well, but it's a 2-on-3. Bomb is going to go down, but it's just one left. It's Forrest. And, oh, actually, no, he didn't get the bomb down. So, wow, they didn't even get the bomb down there. That's very bad times.
He went out of the bomb plant, and that situation is kind of hard because he has to make a choice. Am I gonna go for the round, or am I gonna go for the bomb plant? Like, either he's gonna bring 800 bucks to each of his team players, which most likely probably not could have giving them the buy round now, but it would just give them a lot of more cash. Or if he would go for the round, and yeah, the decision was okay by Forrest. You have to try sometimes. And you can see a very aggressive NT-eco here coming in from Dignitas, and that's actually something we've been seeing from them for quite a long time. And Forrest with the Molotovs, you see a lot of Molotovs from Dignitas, not from Dignitas, but from NIP, and the most likely thing they're going to do is they're going to go towards a B bomb side, gain the control of Banana, and then they're going to Molotov away the whole B side. But are they going to gain that access? That's the question, because right now Dignitas is very aggressive and not letting them, and nice shot through the smoke by Sipnix.
Look at the positions on Dignitas right here. They have sandwiched NIP. There's not much they can do from this. And again, so much was invested from NIP into this Molotov play, but they couldn't get in a position to use them. They're having to throw them at car and sandbags, and they are just stuck. They've got to do something. They're getting closed in by Dignitas. What are they going to even do here?
They're catched in the middle of a big burger here, and first gets one through the smoke. Just totally crushing Sipnix here. Like, Sipnix getting run early through the smoke, and Ferris is entering back now, and it's now a 4-on-4 situation, but they're low on health, and they're pretty much catched in Banana here. So let's see, they're looking to get the entry here, but it's going to be so difficult. They have no grenades to use.
They're making their way in. Dupree, though, he's ready to gun them all down, and fodder. Cannon fodder there. Dignitas will just clean up very easily, but that is the power of aggressive CT plays and aggressive AWPers as well, more standard rounds. You shut down the opponent's play before they even get it started, and then they have to be like, oh, what do we do now? We have to now go to plan B. We didn't even think that far ahead yet.
Exactly, because the normal style of play in an anti-eco is that you're just very passive and waiting for the opponent to come to you. So normally they don't even get to try and think about a plan B in this situation, because normally a team wouldn't face off this aggressive against them. So very nice move by Dignitas and totally crushing the idea of NIP. And here you see Freiburg gonna get taken down by Fetish. And we talked about this earlier. It's like Freiburg is so good at taking control of this banana area, but for this time it's Fetish who's gonna win. And Get Right is looking in the totally wrong direction, and Device is gonna get another one. It's like in the last gun round where Dupree and Device got one each, and it's now looking very bad for NIP.
And they're looking ready to bust out a boiler here. This could get interesting now for NIP as they make the commitment towards A. And there's just 3 of them left. What can they get done? It's a really, really huge ask. A very tall order. Nico's there. He gets smoked out completely with that AWP, and Exist and his teammates look like they're going to be making their way through to Arch, but they have a lot of options here. Do they wait for the smoke? Do they go to CT spawn? Lots of things that they can do. But there's only 40 seconds left on the clock.
They're just looking for entries right now, and so far not getting any. But here is Fetish, who's going to get catched off guard. Sipnix is now alone at B, and he needs to take initiative. He cannot hold both angles, and that is exactly what he's going to do. He clears out Banana. He now knows that everyone is coming through CT spawn. Holding a very nice angle. Going to get the first, and going to go to a new passive angles. And is he going to get any more? Sist is going to take him down. And it's now a 2-on-3 situation.
Device coming back into that B bomb site, making his presence truly felt. And NIP are going to get the bomb down, but they're going to lose another round.
Yeah, nice comeback by Dignitas. 5 rounds in a row here, and
yeah,
Device showing that he's made a lot of entries so far in this game as a CT. And when we talk about NIP, we know that they have a lot of very strong individual players, when you have that, you have a tendency to play a lot of default rounds where you're just trying to look for entry kills. And when you have a player on the opposite team like Device who's just crushing your ideas all the time, it's going to be hard to make good decisions.
Certainly. So this is going to require some very phenomenal play from NIP. As right now, Dignitas truly have their number so far, as momentum is with them. And Device tossing in a couple grenades over towards apartments. And NIP don't have control of apartments just yet. And it seems to be that Dignitas are trying to push down Banana at the moment. And this is a really, really key bit of information that they're getting, because they're slowly realizing that it's the most of the NIP players are towards second mid in apartments. So this will help them start up in the future.
For sure, and they're just looking for entries, and they're gaining the map control in this situation. And as you can see, FAW is just slowly moving up towards this apartments area. And one of the key things is that when they get this, which they're going to get now, because GetRed is apparently going to get the first entry onto Device in this game, then they're going to be able to do a lot more, because that forces Dignitas to be much more conscious. Yeah, but Dupree is going to get a nice headshot, and now people are running out of the apartments area. We're being redirected to Fetish, so let's hope that he's going to do anything huge here. Dupree with another one.
This is going to be big. Dupree taking down any invaders towards Pit. And look at this, just wrapping around NIP. Just demolishing them every single round. It feels like NIP are getting stopped before they get started.
Totally, like, those individual plays by Dupree, Device, Fetish, pretty much everyone on Dignitas is just too strong right now.
It's looking really, really sick for Dignitas. And what will stop them? I think NIP is still searching for the answer. And they're coming up short again and again so far. And right now, at Dignitas, they're starting to take liberties. We saw them do this before, and it works out again. Zipnix, look at this precision coming out. Great spray. 3 frags coming in from Zipnix. And NIP again left with just Get Right and Fiflerin and without a clue of what to do.
And Device is just aggressive in these apartments, and that spray control by Zipnix is very, very good, and it's hard to learn, because how much are you gonna drag it down, and you need to know the spray pattern totally to do sprays like that, and that was just amazing play. We talked about them taking this banana control very deep sometimes, but this time they waited the whole 10 rounds. It was first in the 10th round that they were gonna initiate these deep banana pushes. They probably knew that NIP knew that they were gonna do it, so they just waited for the right surprise moment, and that leads to another eco round coming in from NIP, who's now looking to have a very bad T-half, not getting any weapon rounds after the pistol round.
I like this. Freiberg's in Banana with that Deagle. He wants to retake his kingdom, which is what Banana usually is. It's usually Freiberg's house, so let's see what they can do. But Nico will get put to the test finally, and he will grab one, stopping their approach up middle. Molotov as well, key, but the AWP does get picked up as Nico does get taken out, but what can they do now? They're not in a very good position. Just Forest left alive, and there's nothing for them to do again. NIP, it almost feels like they're grasping at straws at this point. I mean, of course, we're seeing it wasn't a buy round or anything, but still, they're looking in a very poor position in this first half.
Yeah, to say the least. Like, they're not getting any entry kills, and they're not getting any good opportunities. Dignitas is not giving anything away at this point. They're just playing very clever and having very great teamwork, good rotation, and they're helping out each other very well with the flashbangs and the pushes.
So here we are, 8-3, and Dignitas, they're not going so aggressive right now on Banana, giving more respect to NIP, and as they should, Get Right to take control of apartments by removing Device. Puts a lot of pressure on that A side, as Fetish will find a few shots over here as well over at Banana. Freiberg cannot challenge Fetish. Fetish and Zipnix too good on Banana. It really seems that way.
Yeah, so far they've just been crushing Freiberg. Like, he's not been giving any chance to get an entry kill so far, but Get Right showing why he is so good. He just didn't give anything there. Like, he was just, yeah, you know what, you've been playing too aggressive for that to be like successful at every time. So this time I'm just going to run straight up. I don't care about flashes. I'm just going to own you. And so he did.
And Fetish going to peek out through the smoke just before it goes off. Has to fall back. Doesn't die, which is really a good result. Also spot how many players are there. And here NIP goes, charging into the site again. One player left in pit though, Dupree. Zipnix has to just charge over from that B site. And can he do this? 1 versus 3 retake. I don't know, it looks very grim. 47 health left on him after that exchange. And in come the grenades. And Zipnix will take down Fiflerin. And there's still 2 players left. Get Right and Exist with the bomb ticking away. And you can be sure that they're not going to misplay this one.
For sure not. And this round is just going to be very important. Like, I don't think Zipnix is entirely going to go for the round. He's just going to try to pick off the weapons from NIP because their economy is not too good right now. So Zipnix is just looking to see if anyone is going to come here. And that is Sis, but he's going to take him down. And just shortly, we can just mention that that's the thing. When Device is going to die in this area, that means that Dupree is going to hold both apps and Quad alone, because Nico is going to get pushed down. You saw the smoke completely blocking our fetish here. So they're going to get caught in the side 2 against 5, and that's never a fun position to be in.
Definitely, and it's 8-4 now. Dignitas, big result coming into the first half, and we saw the standings. This is a must-win for NIP. If they don't win this, their chances to win this league are probably out of the window.
Yeah.
And again, Dignitas pushing, very aggressive. I love the deep smoke there on Banana, completely taking control, and NIP, they don't want to really challenge it. Device going to take out Forest as NIP get cute over at middle, and Dignitas, Sipnix, and finish. Oh, the boost! We saw this yesterday. It was huge. And that means that they can just leave him there now, and
exactly,
and they can focus more on A.
And that's something that you talked about, that this round was very important, and that's why they're going to use it in this round, because it's a very important round. And so far, it doesn't look too good for NIP. Dignitas is in very good positions, and Sipnix at this very deep banana boost, and it seems like luckily for them they're going towards A, but that's not going to be any better because Nico is having the all way around arch area.
Oh, and just teasing us there in the X-ray, we can see a player almost going through that corner, and Device holding strong in pit. Zipnix tossing down the Molotov. They're going to work out what's happening here, and they can just leave Zipnix as the floater goes back towards the A side. And Nico, great flick shot onto Fiffler, and now it's just get right and exist left. And Nico, unstoppable now. That was a second really nice flick shot, and it's good to see that the ringer is able to perform here.
He's like playing very good right now, like nice AWP shots and getting the important kills, and they're now going to try to hunt down Sis because he must not save this AK. It's simply too powerful for the next round.
Let's see what Exist can do here. He's against 4 men, and one of them's really weak there. Great will actually spray down Device. Gets one onto Dupree as well, but still 2 men are standing, 3 points of health. And there you go. We'll keep hold of that weapon, and that's a good result. Removed a bunch of weapons there at the end, but to be fair as well, I think Dignitas are relatively comfortable as far as money goes.
Yeah, they're like sitting on pretty much some good money. They're not like totally safe yet.
They're not minted, but they're alright.
Yeah, they're alright. And they're asking Sis for HP. Probably not going to answer when it's this late in the round because he needs to just focus on getting control over the apartments area. Then it's exactly their task in this round because they need to gun down Device, and Device is luckily them not in the apartments area, but you can just see them running.
Oh wow!
Freiburg not longer in the banana area because that haven't been working out. So it's going to be the fast A push here.
This is sparse and hard. They're going straight in. Freiburg's the first man looking for the entry frag. He will not find it. Nico does stop him. Device there. This is a horrible position with the AWP, and he's going to go down to Forest. Dupree, though, he is holding it down, and it's just get right now in pit. He's got to do a 1 versus 3 to bring this back under control, and he's not going to do it. Dupree coming out with a massive result in that round. Every single member of Dignitas has been stepping up. We saw
this earlier, like Dupree just stepping up when it's needed in these rounds. Like when Device and Nico is going to go down, you have Dupree who's just on the side, or he's in the pit. And every time they rush him, he's just going to get 2 or 3 kills with him. And that's so important because he was 1 against 3 on that bomb side, and he managed to take down all 3 members of NIP.
Definitely, it's looking very hard for NIP here. I wonder how things will look on the CT side, though, because generally speaking, I feel like Dignitas are going to have a much stronger CT side.
Yeah, they are.
So we could see perhaps even an even kind of swing going across onto the T side for Dignitas, that they will end up getting maybe 5 or 6 rounds as NIP are now. So we could be seeing a very close game, but right now it looks very dominant from Dignitas. There's no question about that.
Very dominant. The question is if Nico knows the grenades and so on that KJMD, for example, was throwing their strategies like, oh, they've gone down through the smoke. It's gonna be Sipnix with a triple. And Fetish following up with another one, and it's now left all up to get right. And 11-4 half. NIP getting 1 round other than the pistol round and the double anti-eco.
Yep.
That's not what you're used to see because they have so great players. Like, you just expect Get to do a triple kill or Forrest to run around and do an ace or something.
Yeah, you'd expect something.
Yeah.
But we're not seeing it.
Nope.
We're seeing that from Dignitas. They are actually putting in some incredibly huge single performances. It's unfortunate we didn't get to see that boost spot really used.
Yeah.
Yesterday we saw an insane usage of that. I think, what was it, a 4? Was it 4?
Ace.
It was an ace? It was an ace. It was an ace, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He aced from that position. That was
So
magnificent.
crazy.
I'm sure that's going to be in the next highlight reel that we have
For sure.
coming up next week. But 11-4, this is very tough for NIP. A lot of pressure on the pistol round. There's no doubt about that.
No, it's going to be very important to win this one. And Forrest, pretty much known as the Pistol King, is not going to have any work to do because they're going to go straight for the B-bomb side. And they're smoking spawn and doing the pre-work here.
And Freiburg, this is what he was made for. defending this bomb site. And that precision coming out, gets 2 frags, looking for the third. Freiburg's going to get it. And Dupree, though, he's a bit of a thorn in the side there of NIP, but it's going to be the pistol round going to NIP, and they can breathe a huge sigh of relief because they needed that, and they needed it bad.
For sure. Freiburg with like 4 kills in that round, and nearly none of the Dignitas players looking towards him. Like GetRight draws so much attention there, who's just giving Freiburg the space to make those headshots. So nice hold on the B-bomb side, not being surprised by the very fast push from Dignitas.
Yeah, and right now, of course, we're seeing the standard anti-eco here. And they didn't get the bomb down, but they didn't decide to go for any armor, it seems like. Just a few pistols. See a Deagle in the works there for Dupree, but they are just getting actually just put into the meat grinder right now. Get right with the mag at the end there. So 11-6, of course. Going to be waiting another round to see the buy coming in. And what would you like to see coming out from them?
I just hope that Dignitas is gonna keep up the normal kind of play, like getting the map control all the way around the map. And when they have that, they just need to make the right decisions. And I'm pretty sure that they're gonna make some right decisions during this half. So it's just about NIP, if they can step up the individual play, because if they can do that, no matter what decision you do, it's gonna be hard to make it right, because even if you outsmart NIP in any round, they just have someone who's just gonna step up. So
yeah. And well, Fetish sent flying there by that HE grenade. And Fro's just peeking down middle, as he has the liberty to do. I mean, what are they going to do with those pistols at that range?
Exactly, they're just
nothing.
Just using the rifle's strong size, like using the distance, and the pistols. Like, what are they going to do with the Glock with no Kevlar? So,
it seems like Forrest is actually rocking the FACEIT M4 skin. So, have to check that out again when we're on Forrest's POV. And you can just switch over to him briefly, just when he gets it out. But yeah. NIP, it's not very many rounds now. I mean, four rounds, and if they just keep things tight on the CT side, this is a very important round, of course. Actually, GetRight, hanging on to that mag is worth talking about as well.
Exactly.
And I really do wonder what he's going to be able to do with that. We're seeing some banana control coming out from Dignitas here, and whether or not they're going to use this control, whether they just use these 3 players to gain control so that NIP won't feel comfortable and just peeking out. It's really up to Dignitas and how they wish to play this. Maybe they'll find a pick. But I wouldn't want to find myself anywhere near GetRight right now.
No, exactly. And they gained the banana control. They're gonna leave Device alone here, while they're slowly walking out towards the A area, where you can see Dupree already having the apartments control. So the question is gonna be, what is it gonna be? It looked like a split B or something could happen in this situation.
Yeah, certainly. Definitely Nico having the bomb over there in Banana is a big tell. And it does seem to be that we'll see a B split here. They're going to smoke off Arch. They get 3 passes through, and Exist cannot stop a single man. But GetRight's position here with this mag could be absolutely massive. But no, Zipnix from the side will take him out. And Dignitas haven't even lost a man. Even Freiburg unable to put in the kill, as Exist finally gets one on the board there for NIP, but the bomb should be going down very soon here. Nico trying for a safer plant behind that fountain, and let's see if he's able to do much. I like this little... This is really smart, actually, from Forrest, getting the boost up there. And oh, wow, that is a big deal.
That's a very nice move by Forrest, taking down Nico in this position, who was totally unaware of that being a possibility. And Dupree is just looking to do something here in the spawn area, and is he going to do it? So far, not going to happen. Time is running out, though. Like, they need to move now.
They've got to go for this, and they are. Here they are, though. Fetish, they're behind the coils, and Dupree still locking down construction. What are they going to do here? Fiflin will get the kill, but he's got to go for the defuse and just taps down Dupree. He had to hit it on the first bullet there, and he managed to do it. So very, very well played. Dignitas going to take things back. That was a very crucial round there, and NIP are going to be feeling pretty sore. I mean, if they don't have much money left as a buffer, so they can't really afford to lose more, 1 or 2 more.
Exactly. They can lose this round maybe, and then they're going to be pretty much low on money. GetRight have stacked up a lot of money due to the Max 7 kills. And you see Forrest is going to have an AWP in this round, and he's going to look to be very aggressive on the balcony here.
Oh, beautiful there. I love that. Just scanning across, finds Dupree's head, chops it clean off, and definitely a great start to the round. And we were talking about this before off camera as well, how aggressive AWP is. Just really... Some teams cannot deal with it, because as soon as you put a team to 4 men before they've even made their play, it just it's hard to understand. Okay, what do we do now? Because
Exactly.
we don't really have that one guy to risk his life for any information, or we don't really get to test any places. We kind of just have to make a commitment somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. And you can see that they do not have a lot of grenades, Dignitas, so it's going to be a very peak heavy unless they decide to just smoke off coils and spawn and go for the B-bomb side. And it could seem like that is gonna happen any second. Device is looking for the entry here. Oh, he's gonna get him through the smoke.
What? That was insane from Device, and that just changes the round completely. Now Forrest, he has some purpose to his step there. Freiburg, oh, what a perfect flash there. They're all blind, and Freiburg runs out of bullets, switches to the USP. Is it going to be good enough to take down the rest? Forrest coming in for some help through the smoke on top of coils, and there it is. Dignitas will fall, and 3 men left. And that was a massive round for NIP to win. A must win, really, for them to feel, for them to be alleviated of any kind of severe pressure, because that's what they'd be feeling had they lost that, because Dignitas would be on 13 rounds and pretty much almost at a winning point.
Exactly, and also Get Right approving the nice shot from Device in the chat here, and just the play from Freiburg in this round, that was so crucial. Like, the flashbang coming in from Forrest there, supporting in Freiburg that well, was just a round... Yeah, round deciding flashbang, so to say. Like, I never thought
those grenades, by the way. Look at that health. Just no health at all.
They're just gonna get gunned down. Freiburg with 1, 2, 3, and Get Right entering back, but they're gonna get the bomb plan here, which is actually very important. Device is stepping up with the CZ, getting a double kill.
CZ too good.
CZ too strong.
You were telling me earlier, like, you just don't want to use any other pistol.
No, I love it. I love it. It's so good. But Device in a 1 or 3 situation is gonna be nearly impossible here. Unless he's gonna pull up something amazing. He did it before, and he could possibly do it again. And they're not going to go for the bomb just yet, so Device actually have an opportunity. But now he's going to be in a task of no man's land, and yeah. Round over. Dignitas is sitting on 12 rounds and a P on 9. And we're going to see another weapon round coming in due to the bomb plan. If they didn't have the bomb plan and the 800 extra bucks, I'm pretty sure that Dignitas wouldn't invest in a buy round here. So actually, that is a very important bomb plan from Dignitas.
It was very clutch there. I mean, he picked up both kills with the CZ right at the end, so very, very clutch indeed. And we'll see what they can do off of the back of this with those AKs, with that Galil. They don't have a huge amount of nades, but they have enough to string together some really nice plays to push into a bomb site. And we can see that NIP are playing it pretty cautiously, but over on the apartment side, we have Forest pretty deep in there, and they are really in control here. So let's see what they can actually manage to do, because Dignitas, if they want apartments, it's going to be a bit of a fight for it. And it actually feels like Forest and Fiftherin are falling back a little bit there, and he's just going to go for a bit of a peek, but he's got to be careful. He hasn't got any cover, and he will actually grab a kill into Nico. Big opening kill, and Dignitas now have the apartments. What will they do? What will they use it for?
Like, they should use it for doing some kind of splits or anything, like just getting a lot of control, and they could go straight for the B-bomb side. But the thing is, whoa, the position from Forrest, just looking into the bile area. Very nice position here. Something we haven't seen too much in CSGO. It was pretty common in CSOs, but not in CSGO. But
I love how Fiftherin's like watching the balcony behind him as well. That's,
yeah,
that's
it's
really
like
cute.
very nice crossfire, and a great Molotov in the middle here. Gonna force Fetish to go through the Molotov, and he's gonna be taken down. And now it's Fiftherin holding the apartments. He's gonna get 1, gonna get 2. Is he gonna get the hat trick?
Oh, the Forrest is just jumping through the air, and he does gun him down. Device.
Flying Superman.
You can't deal with that, can you?
No.
The 12-10. And this is turning into an extremely close game after we saw Dignitas just wrecking face on their CT side. They had an amazing first half. NIP showing that the CT side is pretty good as well.
Exactly.
Not too shabby.
And taking a look at like the entry kills, you can just see how important they are. They're just gonna give like the small amount of air to the opposite team, that if one guy dies, you're still gonna be like 4 against 4, and if one guy's like Sis was gonna do. Oh my god, they're just gunning them down in this NC code. They're just very aggressive. Like, it's a kinda new style of play, because the common style of play would be to be very passive and wait for the opposite teams to go into a crosshair, but it seems like both NIP and Dignitas have just been very aggressive in these games.
You know, it reminds me, I feel like back in the 1.6 days when pistols were fairly useless, apart from maybe the Deagle, people could be aggressive, and then now I think people going into CSGO for a long time, it's very easy to be very scared of the new pistols, because they are damn good. You can just die so fast.
Exactly.
And now I think people are realizing that you can pull off a lot. I mean, there's a lot of advantages with the rifles, so you don't have to be too afraid.
Exactly. Like, maybe you just need to meet them before they meet you sometimes. So.
Yeah. Just have some setups for trades and everything. You'll be okay.
Exactly. And the flash peek coming in here in the middle. One guy was totally right in the middle. That was Nico. He's gonna get taken down to half HP by Fiftherin, and Just looking to gain some control again. You can see they're a bit more passive and conscious this time than they were last time, because they do not want to give the entry kill to NIP in this round. And like the common thing to do is when they get apartments, they're just gonna regroup and make a decision, which is gonna be used of all the information that they have. And the flash beat coming in from the middle, they're totally blind. Sis is gonna get one, he's gonna go down for the second, but that was maybe a bit too greedy there.
Yeah, and this could go really well for Dignitas now. Forrest pushed to the defense, and he does so well, getting a double. He's looking for the third as well. But there's 2 more players coming from quad side. Can Forrest handle the heat? He can. He pulls out the USP. Does he even get any bullets onto Device? He doesn't, but it's just Device left. He's done more than his fair share of work, and it's a 2-on-1 now as Freiburg and Get Right have to play together, but it's all Freiburg right there. And NIP, they saved the round there. But like you said, Exist was getting very... maybe way too greedy in the middle. He got the first kill, try to get some more in.
And you're saying NIP saved the round. I would just say Forrest. Like, those 3 kills in quad, like, how can you do that with 20 bullets? Like, he was sitting back with 3 bullets when he was doing this kind of rapid jump on the fence and getting down to the side and getting another one with only 3 bullets left.
It's a really exposed position too. I mean, Graveyard, he didn't have much cover there.
Exactly.
So definitely really well played Forrest. Yeah. I think he's having actually a very good Inferno game overall. And
yeah, he is.
He's probably pulling them together and pulling them up by the jock straps here as NIP. They finally tie things up 12-12. And
yeah, and it's now the situation is now favoring NIP, to be honest. Like, they're on a CT-based map and they're having a 12-12 scoreline, and they're just very well equipped. And you can just see that Griffon is going to take a lot of damage towards Siblings here. So far a good trade for NIP, and this is going to imply
they are now.
Yeah, exactly. And it seems like it's going to be an execute now.
And Team 3, they're trying to get lucky with some shots. They're trying to apply some more pressure. And here we go. Nico actually pulling in a frag onto Get Right as he tries to go in. 9 health left on Nico, but still, that was really good work as they still have Banana clear, very clear. And there's only 1 player on Banana. So this is going to be
This is clever. This is clever by Dupree. He's going to wait here, and when some guy is going to rotate 12B, he's going to catch him off guard. But he goes out a bit too early in this situation. Unfortunate. But now Freiburg is going to be alone on the B bomb side, and he's going to get caught by Device.
No. He had the grenade in his hand.
Yeah, that timing.
That timing. That timing. And they're just charging onto the site. Of course they get the plant. And Device now here in construction. What can he get done? This is going to be very difficult.
If Flaren alone in the banana here, if he's going to get taken down by the player who's out there who's Siblings, then the round is pretty much going to be lost. But if he's going to open up, then everyone is going to be very exposed from Dignitas because Nico is in the pool area here. So let's see. Siblings
able to get the frag though, shuts down Fiffler, and now they go down to just Forrest. He's done it in this round a couple times, but the bomb is just ticking away so quickly. The pressure's on Forrest, just looking at every corner, and he knows one has to be there. He will get the kill, but it's just too late. 1 more coming in. He's going to find the frag, but still, he will fall in the end. And Dignitas with a very well played. I mean, this was the map control thing again. They created a situation where they pushed NIP really far back, and then they had so many options, and they just picked the right ones.
The rotation was so slow towards B because Sis was in the arch area. This meant that when Dupree died to Sis, it was not like totally horrible, because that meant that they knew that Freiburg was totally alone on B bomb side, and the Device was going to get that entry onto him, was just very important.
So 13-12, Dignitas going up 1 again as they take control of apartments. They've been doing that fairly successfully so far. They've been more or less having their way with NIP as far as being able to push them back, but more or less you've got to also give credit for NIP to kind of be like water, just adapting to how Dignitas are playing. And here goes Dupree, jumping straight out. Wow, he catches Forrest in the back. Will he get another one? Dupree, oh my goodness, how did he even manage to make that one happen? And now the A bomb site is completely open for his team. The bomb is going to go down momentarily, and Dupree, he is... What words do you use to describe the play that he made there? Because NIP are now in the most difficult positions, not just in this round, but in the entire game if they are to lose this.
That's how quick it can change. From a 12-12 where it's favoring NIP, it's most likely going to be 14-12 here. Because Dupree is going to get nearly going to get the 4th here. Get Right and Sis. Very low on health, and they're most likely not going to win this round.
It's going to be really, really tough. I'm not actually exactly sure what their money situation is, but they're going to decide to go for this regardless. And through the smoke there, they are both going to fall, and Dignitas move 14-12. Again, NIP, was it 10th on the scoreboard, on the leaderboard right now for points in this league?
Yeah. Yeah,
they've lost 2 games.
Yeah, minus 10.
What is going on?
I don't know. It seems like they're going to lose another one, but that strategy from in Dignitas, I'm nearly calling them Übergis again. We talked about this yesterday. From
Oh,
Dignitas is like very common, and they used it many times before, also against us. The thing, what they're doing is they're trying to set it up as it was a default round by one guy grenading banana and so on, and then they're just gonna explode out of apartments with no grenades. You talked about Virtus.pro doing it with a lot of grenades, but they're just taking NIP by surprise. The device is gonna get the entry here, and Get Right is gonna answer back, but he's all alone on the B bombs, and then Nico is not gonna get him. And Get Right is using the smoke from the terrorists to get away safely here. And a 3-on-4 situation.
And I love how they just walked up banana there. It's a very simple round there. But Dupree coming in with a frag on to Get Right. He does go low, but getting the kills is what counts at this point. And smack through the smoke, that's a lot of damage. Wow, Dignitas are doing incredibly well in this 3-on-3 situation. Now the bomb is ticking away. And NIP is going to be so difficult. They have to move through construction here. Unless they
have
wait
to win
for the
this
smoke.
round. They have to win this round if they want to win the game.
Trying to smoke off banana. It's a really smart move from Fiffer in there. They're going to charge one in, but Dupree from the back of the site going to gun down another one. Zipnik's chiming in as well. And Forrest is going to save his M4A1S, which is a smart decision. They're going to have to play for the overtime.
Exactly. And they're not going to have a lot of money, as we can see on the scoreboard here. Like, they're very low, so we could see max 7s and 5-7s on the board here. See 3, 4, actually all 5 rifles, so none of them is going to have, or a lot of them is not going to have big Kevlar. But that's not really necessary because
what do they do though in this round? I mean, do they do something risky or should they just play it standard? What would you advise them if you're in their position right now?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say because, like, looking to the score, they're having 8 rounds win and 4 loss, so they're winning like most of the rounds. So in some way they could just kind of play the same style, and in other way they're not having very good equipment, so they could stay back. So it's kind of decision making, but. I think what they're doing right now is kind of clever because the strategies which have been working from Dignitas is like the surprising B push, very quick, or just
they go
rushing out of apartments or something. So if they just lock that down, it's going to be hard for Dignitas.
I like that they try to peek up middle there, and a very timely smoke thrown in by NIP to stop that push. And they still have a lot of time left on the round, and that's a smoke. A couple of smokes gone now for NIP, so they've got to be careful because I think Dignitas know how badly they are for money, so they know how badly they are for grenades. So making plays to make them waste grenades is really smart. And
that is very smart, yeah. And that's why they're playing so slow, because they just want to open up the map very late when Dignitas is going to have like the better equipment. They're just going to wait to take the aim duels very late in the game when NIP is going to be having no grenades. So you can see Forrest here in the pit area just watching towards apps while Device is going to get the entry. And that means that there's only going to be 2 guys. 1 guy now on A. And that is Forrest. Can you do this? Can you hold this alone?
Here goes Forrest from the pit. There goes on the Molotov. He's on 3 health, and Fetish will finish him off, only getting 1 man. And it's a 2-on-3 now. And Exist, I don't know if you can even consider him to be alive at this point with 3 points of health. And Dupree is definitely in a good position on the site here. Fetish going to take down Exist in the back, and it's just on Freiburg. He is the man to do it, and he cannot. And that's 16-12, and unbelievable there that NIP go down against Dignitas, or maybe not quite so unbelievable on paper at least. I mean, Dignitas have been performing so well overall. Yeah. But still, I mean, NIP, they're really struggling in the leaderboard. I think so many people are going to be really feeling a little bit sad that
they're in the
so
bottom of the league. 3 games, 3 loss. That's not the usual NIP. Like, you only see 1 or 2 teams that possibly could take down NIP at a LAN game. So you're just very surprised by seeing these results. But as far as the predictions,
it's a 16-10 for NIP.
I called 16-13. What did it end?
Oh my god!
Was it 16-13?
Oh my god!
But let's take a look at the player cards just to talk about who we actually saw in this game, because that could be kind of interesting to talk about the roles. And like while we wait for them to pop on the screen, if we take a look at Forrest, for example, he was just like a key player from NIP. Even if they didn't win, like the rounds that he had at quad with that info.
Oh my god! Yeah, seriously, he had some very, very strong rounds. Actually, Forrest, I think in the past couple of games we saw on the Spring League, he wasn't really performing tip top, but today I think Forrest really, really stepped up. And we can see just how strong he was performing. Very nice kill to death ratio right there, and
like losing a game and having a kill to death ratio and nearly 2. That's just insane. Like, how is that even possible? 29 kills and 16 deaths. Like, pretty decent scoreline from Forrest. Like he just had some very nice rounds around the quad area, and he also had some pretty decent terrace rounds. We saw him opening up in the round where you saw that you told me that he's just running like lightning, like he was just so fast around the TT spawn area, and the movement that he has is just very good. So
And that was also one of those things where you're not waiting for your team. That's an individual play, and that's Forest going, I'm this individually good, and I'm going to see what I can make happen in the moment. I'm feeling in the zone in the moment, and then we'll see what happens, and we'll make a decision as a team. And I think we should look at Dupree as well.
Yeah,
his stats, because he was beasting it really. He had some great performances.
Actually, at the SLTV Star Series thing, I was watching the POV voice from NIP. And in a round where NIP hadn't got a lot of rounds, Forrest said, I'm just going to be random in the middle. And that round, he took down 4 Titans members, just YOLOing up through the middle area. And he said, Fan var det bra, jag bara random. And he's just saying that I was just running up the middle and just being random, and it just succeeded. Like, that's the thing you can do when you have the aim like Forrest has. So kind of funny situation.
And look at Dupree. I mean, he had a great half as well.
Great game.
Not quite as strong as Forrest on the stats, but still, we can see his impact on the team.
Yeah, exactly.
It was massive on those rounds.
Very
he was able to put in a lot of just key stopping points on the site. When NIP looked great for them, like going onto the site.
Exactly.
Dupree happens.
And what you can say from the stats is that it's not totally insane or anything crazy, but the rounds that Dupree has was like very important rounds. Maybe he wasn't the one who got a lot of anti-eco kills and so on, but then he had the rounds in quad where he got 3 kills, like the same as Forrest, and then he had a lot of rounds where he actually denied NIP the entry kills, which is like one of the most important things in the game so far. So
so would he be your man of the match, or who would you put as the man of the match? He can't be anyone on NIP because they lost. He
could be the man of the match, but also Device was playing very well. It was pretty much a team game from both teams. It was not like someone was just totally insane. I think a lot of players played very well in that game.
Device actually, in Apartments, he consistently was shutting down Get Right.
Exactly.
And we also had Zipnix, who was kind of shutting down the Freiburg a lot as well. So across the board, it did seem like on the CT side that we had some amazing results from Dignitas. But really, really nice game to start things off today. The next match will actually be Virtus.pro and Wizards. So Wizards, they've not been showing the best performances so far in the league, perhaps as expected, because on paper they are, let's say, the worst of these 8 world-class teams. So definitely not saying anything against them, but they really need to step things up today, and
they do.
We'll find out in the next match.
We talked about this earlier. Like, we would like to see them not play Inferno this time, because the first 2 league games they have been playing Inferno both times and haven't been working out too well for them. So I'd like to see them on Nuke maybe, or some other map. If I remember correctly, in the qualification they won against LDLC on Nuke. So that would just be interesting to see it, because they are a good team also.
Oh, certainly, yeah. All right, so guys, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here with more action. CSGO, awesome action after the break. So stay with us.